Okay, so lately I've been doing a lot of load testing for one of my rifles, so I wanted to make this video to hopefully, well, possibly help someone, because I've been having issues with, I'm probably not in focus here, but the cartridges themselves not chambering. So what causes that basically is that the bore, so basically the barrel of the rifle, is larger than the chamber. So you need to fix that somehow. So what I decided to do is, it's not going to focus here, but basically is just to outside neck ream, it's called. So you're going to ream this part of the cartridge out. If only I could focus. I'll try to focus a little bit better here in a second. Finally got it to focus. So basically the cartridge on the left was reamed, and I'll specify what I mean by reaming. You'll see here, you can see little marks there all the way up to here about that the cartridge was thinned out, and on the right is just an unreamed cartridge. So you'll be thinning out the neck. Basically that's all that you'll be doing. And I'll show you pretty much a homemade process on how to do that, because I know they make machines and a lathe and stuff, but you're not going to need any of that. So okay, so for the components, you'll need a drill, which most people will usually have a drill. Now you'll need to go probably buy this. I take this off here. Oh. This is a 3-jaw chuck from LATHE. I think it's one of the only ones on the market. So yeah, you clamp the shell in here and that holds it in place. You put this in a drill like any other drill bit. Just hold it lightly and then you tighten it so it doesn't move. So then you'll also need a file. I like to take the semi-round files. I don't know what they're called, but yeah, probably one of the best cameras in the market. Can't even focus on anything. Okay, so yeah, it's just a semi-round file. You can see it fills up with brass, so possibly a wire brush also, or just a brush and a bench grinder will do. And then you will need a loaded cartridge. You can't do this with just the case because you'll most likely crush it. So yes, just a loaded cartridge. This is, well, most people will probably get turned off because you'll say it's dangerous. Yeah, well, it is what it is. I mean, it's a homemade way to do it. You could probably do it with just the case and the lathe, but I don't have money for a lathe and I don't have a lathe, so I just want to do this my way. And a lot of people will do this. I mean, this is why this 3-jaw chuck exists. So pretty much I just put the cartridge in, put the drill forward, and you just tighten it. So now the cartridge is stuck in the chuck. So if I could focus on it, probably won't be able to. I'll have lighter fluid beside reloading powder. That's not very smart. Yeah, it will literally focus on anything. There we go. Look at that. Okay. So then again, okay, you're going to have to take your file, which is here. I'm going to get out of focus. Would recommend using the glove. Take your file, and then this is personally what I do. I know that my bullet pretty much stops at this point. You could see there's a little groove there. So I have, not a groove, a bulge. I need to take that bulge out and take, well, pretty much like the case mouth where it crimps. I'm going to have to thin that out. So that's just me. So I put my file behind like this. I press here. You could do this barehanded. I've done probably like 20 something like this. But because your thumb, since you're spinning it, it heats up pretty fast. So then again, another reason why people probably wouldn't like that, because there's powder in here and stuff. But so yeah, you could see I already started. You could go extremely light, but I like to just add a bit of pressure on it and just buff it out. So you're gonna have to do this for quite some time. So it gets really tedious, and it just, I mean, it's pretty boring. So I pretty much do like 2 or 3 at a time. So now you could use calipers, but just keep it simple. Personally, I don't use calipers. Now you'll see there's a bunch of grooves in it. What you could do is just use, for example, this is a like dollar store sharpening stone. You could use this to buff it out, but you don't have to. If you want to polish it up just a bit, some steel wool, but you don't have to. So but let's just say polish it up. And this now isn't, I'm not even close to done. I'm just doing this for the video. This is like this. You'll take it out. Falls out of the chuck. Now to test it if it chambers. You're gonna have to excuse me for this one because I'm trying to do this through the camera lens here, and holding this heavy rifle with one hand. So now I know for a fact it's not gonna chamber, but this is just supposed to slide in no problem. So there it is. It's in the chamber. I take it and see, this is what causes that the bullet won't chamber. So pretty much if you file it down, you should save yourself a lot of money. And the brass, you won't thin out the brass that much. You should be able to use it another 6 to 8 times, I've been told. I've only shot my brass once, but it should be okay. So then again, the only thing you'll need to buy is that 3-jaw chuck. And you just file it out, check if it fits. File it out, check if it fits. Once it fits, like I said, I'll take the grooves out from the heavy filing out with the little sharpening stone, and I'll buff it out with a steel wire brush. Hopefully I'll help someone out there.